We've got a very, very special guest in the studio with us today, man. We've got a skateboarding legend, a guy I grew up watching, and as did everybody doing his thing. We have skateboard legend Steve Caballero in the studio today. Steve Caballero! What's up, man? How are you doing?
I'm doing good, I'm just coming out here to say a few words, talk about my art show tomorrow night.
Right, but you know what? Let's get straight into it. You're not just a legend. I mean, you're a champion. And who doesn't want to sit next and meet the champ? You know what I'm saying? Let's take it back, man. Winchester Open. You got the Winchester Open. That was the first trophy, one of the biggest trophies that you've got. One of the first ones.
It was one of the first pro contests that I actually entered as an amateur and then stayed amateur.
Boom! You went from there, had the after party at Taco Bravo, then you skated on.
Was there an after party at Taco Bravo? I don't think so.
then you won the Upland Pro-Am, and that was a big thing. That was a big noise because that was like I think that when you first won that was like the height of the skating movement. That year, that whole era and stuff like that, people were going crazy. I know, like in the 70s, it was still kind of like taboo, kind of underground. But when the 80s started coming in, it started making getting crazy mainstream.
Yeah, Steve Caballero. I mean, you were really on the when it really just boomed in the 80s, man. You were just part of that movement, like kind of Showbiz was saying, And not only do you have your own skateboard, your own Powell Peralta, and that was big at the time and still is, but you have one of the most popular Vans shoes out ever. How does that feel?
Feels great.
Is it cool? Is it cool to see
what else can I say?
Yeah, it's funny because it's still like the norm. The shoe is like the norm. It's like the standard. You got to have a cab. You go, the half cab. Yeah, let's go. Here's a question: do you have how many pairs do you rock? Do you still rock them all the time?
How many pairs? Well, I will only rock one pair of shoes a day.
No, but
when they wear out, I put a brand new pair on.
Now this is a rumor, people have been saying you only wear the shoes one time and you're done with them.
That's not true.
Have you done that before?
No.
I
wear shoes until they don't work anymore.
No, but people have said you only wear shoes once and then you throw them away and get a new pair of shoes because they're your half cabs, they're your shoes, and so that's not true?
No, they were not being honest with you.
Michael Jordan does that.
Did you know that there's even a song about that?
Oh yeah, from
Mr. FAB, he said, I only rock shoes once like Steve Caballero. So did you know that song existed?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, so, do you still get kickbacks from the shoes, or does Vans lace you up? Royalties? How's that work?
Yeah, I still get royalties, and actually Vans is doing really well this year.
Yeah.
So I feel pretty blessed about that, and the fact that the half cab is actually on a resurgence of being popular again.
Yeah.
It's just pretty amazing. I'd never thought in my whole career that something would last that long.
When you started skating back in the day, did you think that you would have the longevity that you do right now? Did you think like, wow, this is going to be something that goes on? I mean, even with the half cab or with the skate and the products and everything, did you think, wow? Or was it just like, hey, you were just skating?
I was just skating. I just loved it. I was very passionate about it because I finally found something that I had a niche for that wasn't a team thing that I could rely on myself doing at my own time, my own pace. And I think that's why I have had longevity in it, is because the fact that I don't really prepare too much for what I'm going to gain in the future, but more just kind of go along with the ride, and whatever comes at me, and just feel blessed about all the opportunities that arise. So I'm not having these expectations of doing this and doing that, So and it just makes life exciting, and I'm pretty stoked about that.
When you started getting obviously all the notoriety and the name, Steve Caballero and the movement you were with, did you ever feel more pressure, or did it ever become not fun and become work, or did it,
when I very first got sponsored, I got sponsored by a skateboard park called Campbell Skate Park, and as soon as I had to start competing for them, that's when the pressure started, the pressure to perform and to do well. And I used that to my advantage You know, instead of shying away from it, it made me get more inspired and made me want to try harder. So, and those pressures have never left me. I always feel pressured. You know, even with this art show coming up, you know, I felt pressured to get the art done for the show. You know, so I work.
How long have you
really
been?
Well.
How long have you been doing art? Once again, we're joined by Steve Caballero, and he has an art exhibit that's.
Yeah, let's talk about the exhibit. You have an exhibit going down starting Friday. It's going to run for 3 weeks. Now you do art as well, and how long have you been doing this?
Well, I've been doing art pretty much my whole life, but I just really got serious about it when I put my mind to saying, like, you know what, I want to become an artist. Like, I want to become a professional artist and do art shows and do art for people. So once I put my heart and my mind to it, you know, I follow through.
I do drawings also.
That's awesome, man. Everybody should explore their creative side. I mean, we all have
I
it.
do.
Showbiz, that's called a coloring book that you do. There's a difference between coloring books.
trying to learn, Steve.
Hey, I started with coloring books, man, and stick figures, so anybody can be an artist.
In 1980, in Winchester, at the Winchester Skate Park in Campbell, you invented the Caballero, and that blew me away. When I saw that move, you know, it was just amazing and stuff like that. How do you invent your own move? What did you just say something like, "Oh, nobody's done this before. I'm already going to coin it"?
I think especially in skateboarding, when you reach a certain level of like wanting to progress, and you've learned. Well, at that time in 1980, I'd learned most of the top tricks. You know, I was inspired by a skateboarder named Eddie Alguera. And at that time, he was the most influential progression skater at that time. And I learned all his tricks. And once you start learning everything, you kind of want to
Make your own
tricks. And that's why Tony Hawk has become so, popular and progressive and influential to skateboarding today, because he had that mindset as well.
One thing about you and I, we have a lot of things in common. And one thing,
Okay.
This I gotta hear.
Wait, let's go. Okay.
one thing being that we're both Scorpios.
Yep.
And so, do you love them and leave them also?
I used to.
Jeez, what kind of question is that?
I'm married, I have a family, and it's forever.
That's awesome.
I'm just kidding, man. But you also was born in the year of the dragon. Now that's a cool year to be born in. The year of the dragon. I wouldn't like to be born in the year of the rat and stuff like that. The year of the dragon. That's the most powerful.
It's tough and vibey.
Yeah, you can't touch it.
Not you're a dragon.
Year of the ox. Yeah.
Tough, you know.
Year of the dragon.
That's what's up, man.
When you're born in the year of the dragon, do you feel like a certain power? I'm not born in the year of the dragon. I'm born like year of the I don't know, the chicken.
Chicken.
You know, the only power I feel is through my Lord and Savior Jesus
Okay,
Christ.
that's cool.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome.
That's the true power.
That is very cool. Very cool, man.
But you did bring some stuff with you. I noticed you got some skull candies, you got a deck, you got, what else you got over there?
Some wheels,
some skateboard wheels, a deck.
some music, a compilation of
Bandology
of all the bands I've been in.
Yeah, is there anything you don't do that's cool? Do you sit there in life and go, what's cool? I want to do that. I'm going to skateboard and be a legend. I want to be in super cool bands. I want to be an artist. Like, what else?
He does it all and he does it well. But real quick, I want to get back to the art thing real quick, Sam. Shakes is. I just wanted to reach out to my man Shakes. It's about time that you take down all those Justin Timberlake posters that you have in your room and stuff like that, and just put some art of them.
Right, I have Justin Timberlake posters in my room.
I'm just saying, man.
Take all the Justin Bieber posters down, Shakes, and buy some
The High School
art,
Musical,
you know?
all the High School Musical stuff. Take that stuff down, man.
Chicks dig
Get
art,
some real
man.
art.
If they come to your crib, you got like some cool artwork up, dude. Chicks dig that
Am I right,
stuff,
Steve?
Man.
Art is very cool.
It is.
See?
It's
Yeah.
cool.
It's inspiring, man.
Art says intelligence, you know what I mean? And even though we know you're not smart, Shake, people are going to think that when they see artwork in your place. That's how it works,
Steve
man.
Caballero's artwork is compared to the greats, Da Vinci, Pollock, you name them.
Definitely.
The thing with art, it never gets old. You know, if you like a piece, you're gonna like it for the rest of your life. It's not like you're into a band. You like the
Yeah.
band, all of a sudden you don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
When you get a piece of art, it's forever for you.
Totally, man. Very cool, very cool. Steve Caballero, thanks for coming in, man.